What if I told you that the bright, silent companion in our night sky, the moon, holds secrets that could change everything we thought we knew about life, science, and our future in space? For centuries, it has inspired myths, guided explorers, and even influenced life on Earth in ways you might not expect. But beyond its familiar glow lies a world of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. From its astonishing connection to Earth's stability to the cutting-edge discoveries that hint at potential lunar colonies, the moon is far more than just a pretty face in the sky. In this video, we're diving into 33 of the most intriguing, mysterious, and mind-blowing facts about the moon that will leave you both amazed and curious for more. So get ready, because what you're about to discover might just change the way you look at the moon forever. Now turning to our very first mystery, did you know that the moon was once a part of Earth? Scientists believe that around 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized planet named Theia collided with the young Earth in a cataclysmic event. This massive impact was so powerful that it ejected a huge amount of debris into Earth's orbit. Over time, gravity worked its magic, pulling this debris together and forming what we now call the moon. This theory, known as the giant impact hypothesis, is supported by studies showing that Earth's crust and lunar rocks share strikingly similar compositions. Imagine this: our moon, so peacefully orbiting today, was born out of a chaotic collision, forever linking its history with ours. It is a reminder of the violent beginnings of our solar system and the surprising ways things can come together to create something lasting. But hold on, because the moon's creation is just the beginning of its intriguing story. Now turning to the next fascinating fact, let us explore the phenomenon of moonquakes. Just like Earth has earthquakes, the moon experiences its own version of seismic activity, aptly named moonquakes. But what makes moonquakes unique is their potential causes and behavior. Unlike earthquakes, which are often triggered by tectonic plate movements, moonquakes are primarily caused by tidal stresses exerted by Earth's gravitational pull. These stresses create intense vibrations within the moon's interior, revealing an ongoing connection between our planet and its celestial companion. Even more astonishing, moonquakes can last significantly longer than earthquakes, sometimes persisting for an hour or more. This is because the moon lacks water, which on Earth helps to absorb seismic energy and dampen vibrations. Without this natural dampening system, the energy from a moonquake reverberates through the moon's rigid structure for an extended period. Imagine standing on the moon and feeling the ground tremble beneath you, knowing it could continue for what feels like an eternity. This eerie endurance of moonquakes is just one more reminder of how the moon, despite its still and silent appearance, is far from dormant. But do not get too settled in, because the moon has even more surprises waiting to be uncovered. Moving forward, let's uncover a remarkable and ongoing phenomenon. The moon is gradually drifting away from Earth. This might come as a surprise, but every year the moon moves about 3.8 centimeters farther from our planet. To put it into perspective, that is roughly the same growth rate as your fingernails. Now you might wonder how we even know this. Laser ranging experiments conducted during the Apollo missions have provided precise data to measure this slow but consistent separation. Over short periods, this change may seem insignificant, but when projected over billions of years, the consequences become staggering. As the moon moves farther away, its gravitational influence on Earth weakens. This means that the tides, which are significantly driven by the moon's pull, will become less pronounced. Imagine a future Earth with gentler tides, where coastal ecosystems may have to adapt to a calmer ebb and flow. But the changes do not stop there. The moon also plays a critical role in stabilizing Earth's rotation. As it drifts away, Earth's days will grow longer due to the slowing of our planet's spin. In billions of years, a day on Earth could stretch far beyond the 24 hours we know today. The moon's retreat is a slow but inevitable process, a cosmic dance that subtly reminds us of the complex, interconnected relationship between Earth and its lone natural satellite. And yet, the moon's mysteries do not end here. The next revelation takes us back to the surface and into a surprising challenge astronauts had to face: moon dust. Stay tuned for this gritty lunar dilemma. Now turning to a challenge that astronauts faced during their lunar expeditions, we dive into the gritty reality of moon dust. At first glance, moon dust might seem harmless, a fine powder blanketing the lunar surface, but dig a little deeper and you will discover it is far from benign. This dust, formed over billions of years by micrometeorite impacts, is razor-sharp and clingy, making it a persistent and potentially dangerous nuisance. When astronauts ventured onto the moon during the Apollo missions, they quickly realized that this dust was not just a minor inconvenience. It stuck to their spacesuits' equipment and even made its way into the lunar module. Picture vacuuming glitter and finding it everywhere for days, except moon dust is much worse. Its abrasive nature caused wear and tear on spacesuits, scratching visors and damaging seals. Some astronauts even reported experiencing what they described as lunar hay fever, with symptoms like sneezing and irritation after inhaling tiny particles that made it back into the module. This raised serious concerns about the health risks of prolonged exposure to lunar dust. Scientists have since discovered that the jagged edges of these particles, combined with their toxic composition, could pose long-term risks to human lungs and other organs if not properly managed. Future lunar missions will need to address this challenge, finding ways to mitigate the effects of lunar dust to ensure the safety and success of astronauts. But even as we tackle its challenges, the moon continues to astonish us with its unique characteristics. Up next, let's explore why the moon always shows us the same face and uncover the intriguing secrets of its far side. Moving forward, let us delve into one of the moon's most fascinating phenomena, the reason we always see the same face. This is due to a process called tidal locking, a cosmic balancing act that occurred over millions of years. The Earth's gravitational pull gradually slowed the moon's rotation to the point where it now spins in perfect harmony with its orbit around us. As a result, one side of the moon, famously called the near side, is always visible from Earth while the other side remains hidden. But while this far side is often referred to as the dark side, it is a bit misleading as it is not actually cloaked in darkness. Just like the near side, it too experiences sunlight and night, depending on its position in the moon's orbit. What truly sets the far side apart is its unique landscape. Unlike the near side, with its vast, dark plains formed by ancient volcanic activity, the far side is marked by rugged terrain and a higher concentration of craters. This stark difference has puzzled scientists for years. Some theories suggest it might be due to variations in the moon's crust thickness or fewer volcanic eruptions on the far side. The far side remained unseen by human eyes until 1959, when the Soviet spacecraft Lunar 3 captured the first images of this mysterious region. These glimpses into the moon's hidden face sparked a deeper fascination with its secrets. So, while we are comforted by the moon's ever-familiar presence in our night sky, it is intriguing to know that half of this celestial neighbor holds an entirely different story waiting to be explored. As we marvel at these mysteries, let us now shift our focus to the moon's lack of atmosphere and its profound implications for both exploration and survival. Now turning to the absence of a breathable atmosphere on the moon, this single fact dramatically shapes its environment in ways that are both fascinating and challenging. Unlike Earth, the moon lacks the protective blanket of gases that shields us from the harshness of space. This means there is no air to breathe, no clouds to regulate temperature, and no ozone layer to block harmful solar radiation. As a result, temperatures on the moon can swing drastically, ranging from searing heat of around 127 degrees Celsius during the lunar day to bone-chilling cold of minus 173 degrees Celsius at night. These extreme conditions make the moon a hostile place for humans and machines alike, presenting significant hurdles for future exploration and colonization efforts. Without an atmosphere to act as a buffer, equipment must endure these severe fluctuations, and astronauts would need highly advanced suits and habitats to survive. Additionally, the lack of air means sound cannot travel, creating an eerie silence that adds to the moon's otherworldly nature. For future lunar settlements, this absence of atmosphere raises intriguing engineering challenges. Structures would need to be airtight, temperature-controlled, and heavily shielded from radiation exposure. Scientists and engineers are already exploring creative solutions, from using lunar regolith, the moon's surface material, as a building shield to designing habitats that could be buried underground for added protection. The absence of an atmosphere also means no weathering processes occur on the moon, allowing footprints and rover tracks to remain preserved for potentially millions of years. This unique feature not only preserves history, but also offers an unchanging environment where scientific instruments could operate without interference. As we dream of establishing a human presence on the moon, addressing the challenges posed by its lack of atmosphere will be a crucial step. With this stark reality in mind, let us now explore how the moon's influence extends far beyond its physical qualities, affecting even human behavior in mysterious and unexpected ways. Moving forward, let's unravel the fascinating connection between the moon and human behavior. For centuries, the moon has been entwined with myths and beliefs that it impacts our emotions and actions. One of the most enduring ideas is the notion that a full moon can trigger unusual behavior, giving rise to the term lunacy. While this myth has captured imaginations, modern science largely debunks the idea of a direct link between the moon and mental health episodes or erratic human actions. However, the moon's influence is not purely fictional. Lunar cycles do appear to affect natural phenomena on Earth in subtle yet measurable ways. For instance, some studies suggest that animals, especially those in aquatic environments, are influenced by the moon's gravitational pull as it governs tides. Fish and crabs, for example, often exhibit changes in activity during different phases of the moon. Even land animals like birds and certain nocturnal creatures may adjust their behavior based on moonlight levels, which can affect their ability to hunt or avoid predators. And while scientific evidence for the moon's impact on human sleep patterns is limited, some research hints at a slight decrease in sleep quality during a full moon. Though this might not cause sleepless nights for everyone, it highlights how deeply the moon is woven into the rhythms of life on Earth. It's intriguing to consider that, even in small ways, this celestial body continues to affect us, inspiring both scientific curiosity and cultural fascination. As we reflect on the moon's subtle effects on life, let's journey next into the realm of light and explore how the moon's surface reflects sunlight to illuminate our nights. Now turning to the moon's remarkable ability to reflect light, did you know that the moon's surface reflects only 12% of the sunlight that reaches it? That might come as a surprise given how brightly it seems to light up our nights. The effect is largely due to its proximity to Earth and the vast, dark canvas of space, which makes even a modest reflection appear luminous. By comparison, Venus reflects about 75% of sunlight, making it the brightest natural object in our night sky after the moon. Imagine for a moment if the moon were as reflective as Venus. Our nights would be so brilliantly lit that stargazing could become a rare luxury, and nocturnal creatures might drastically alter their behaviors to adapt to the unusually bright conditions. The moon's modest reflectivity also plays a role in its surface temperatures, as it absorbs more sunlight than a highly reflective celestial body would. This subtle dynamic between light and darkness not only shapes lunar temperatures, but also defines how we, as observers, experience our nights on Earth. It's fascinating to think that something as fundamental as moonlight is governed by such precise scientific principles. With this newfound appreciation for the moon's gentle glow, let's explore the mysteries of its surface and uncover the strange anomalies that have sparked both scientific investigation and wild speculation. Now turning to the intriguing and often mystifying anomalies of the moon, one of the most debated phenomena is the occurrence of lunar transient phenomena. These are brief and unpredictable lights or glows that appear on the moon's surface and then vanish as mysteriously as they arrived. Over centuries, astronomers have reported seeing flashes, glowing patches, or even strange colors on the lunar terrain through telescopes. These sightings have sparked wide-ranging theories, from gas escaping through cracks in the moon's crust, to meteorite impacts briefly igniting the surface, and even to charged particles from the solar wind interacting with surface materials. But science is just one side of the story. Some speculate these lights might be evidence of extraterrestrial activity or hidden lunar bases, adding an extra layer of mystery to an already enigmatic phenomenon. Despite advances in technology, these transient lights remain elusive, with no definitive explanation yet. Their unpredictable nature makes them a fascinating subject of study, leading some to wonder if the moon has more secrets than we could ever uncover. And speaking of secrets, let's delve into one of the most groundbreaking discoveries about the moon, the possibility of water ice hidden at its poles, a revelation that has the potential to reshape the future of space exploration. Now turning to the remarkable discovery that has captured the imagination of scientists and space enthusiasts alike, there is evidence suggesting that the moon might harbor water ice at its poles. This discovery, confirmed through data from missions like India's Chandrayaan and NAS, a lunar reconnaissance orbiter, has opened a door to exciting possibilities for the future of space exploration. Water ice is believed to exist in permanently shadowed craters at the lunar poles, regions where sunlight never reaches and temperatures remain frigid enough to preserve ice for billions of years. But why is this such a big deal? Water is not just essential for supporting life. It can also be broken down into hydrogen and oxygen, the key components for rocket fuel. This means that ice on the moon could one day provide a sustainable source of drinking water for astronauts, while also fueling spacecraft for deeper space exploration without needing to haul everything from Earth. Moreover, the presence of water ice could play a pivotal role in building lunar habitats, allowing researchers to stay on the moon for longer durations. It's no wonder that this discovery has made the moon a focal point for space agencies worldwide as they race to unlock its potential. From this icy revelation, let's now journey to another fascinating chapter etched on the moon's surface craters that silently narrate the solar system's ancient history. Now turning to the moon's craters, these fascinating features serve as a time capsule, preserving a record of our solar system's ancient history. Unlike Earth, where wind, water, and volcanic activity constantly reshape the surface, the moon has no atmosphere, no weather, and no liquid water to erode its craters. This means that every impact, from tiny meteoroids to massive asteroids, leaves a permanent mark, creating a surface that has remained largely unchanged for billions of years. Each crater tells a story of a collision, offering clues about the size, speed, and composition of the impactors that have shaped not just the moon, but the broader solar system. Some of these craters are incredibly vast, with the largest the South Pole Aitken Basin, stretching over 2,000 kilometers in diameter and plunging to depths of more than 8 kilometers. Scientists study these craters to unlock the secrets of early solar system dynamics, learning about the chaotic bombardment period when celestial bodies were forming. The untouched nature of these craters also provides a unique opportunity to understand the materials and conditions that existed in the early days of planetary formation. This makes the Moon an invaluable laboratory for uncovering our cosmic origins. And as we marvel at these ancient scars, let's shift our gaze to the mysterious lights that have been reported on the Moon's surface, adding an enigmatic twist to its already captivating story. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let's explore the fascinating accounts of mysterious lights seen on the Moon's surface throughout history. These strange occurrences, often referred to as transient lunar phenomena, have captured the curiosity of astronomers and enthusiasts alike for centuries. One of the earliest recorded observations dates back to the late 1700s, when renowned astronomer William Herschel reported seeing luminous spots on the Moon. Since then, countless sightings of fleeting glows, flashes, and seemingly random patterns of light have been documented, fueling speculation and debate. Some scientists believe these lights could be the result of gas venting from beneath the Moon's surface, a possibility considering the presence of radioactive elements releasing energy. Others suggest they might be caused by impacts from meteoroids, which generate brief bursts of light upon collision. Then there are those who venture into more speculative territory, proposing theories of alien activity or unknown lunar phenomena. While supernatural explanations are captivating, the scientific community continues its quest to unveil the truth behind these enigmatic lights. Advanced instruments and observations are helping researchers narrow down potential causes, reminding us that the Moon still holds many mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Now, with these intriguing lights etched in our minds, let's examine how the Moon's gravity creates a playground of unique experiences for those who dare to visit its surface. Now turning to the unique pull of the Moon's gravity, it's fascinating to learn that the Moon's gravity is only about 1/6 that of Earth's. This dramatic difference creates an otherworldly environment for anyone who sets foot on its surface. Picture this: an astronaut who weighs 180 pounds on Earth would feel as though they weigh just 30 pounds on the Moon. This lighter sensation transforms even the simplest actions into extraordinary feats. Walking takes on a bouncy, almost floating quality, while jumping sends you soaring much higher than you ever could back on Earth. During the Apollo missions, astronauts even joked about feeling like they were walking on trampolines, leaping and bounding with ease. This reduced gravity not only makes movement remarkably different, but also presents unique challenges for exploration and construction. Carrying equipment, for instance, becomes less of a physical strain, though maintaining balance and coordination can prove tricky without Earth's familiar gravitational anchor. For scientists, the Moon's weaker gravity offers endless opportunities to study how the human body adapts to such conditions, providing insights for future space travel. As we marvel at the lighter-than-life experience of lunar exploration, let's explore how time itself behaves differently on the Moon, adding yet another layer of intrigue to our cosmic companion. As the next phase of the journey unfolds, let's delve into a mind-bending phenomenon: how time itself behaves differently on the Moon, thanks to the cosmic rules laid out by Einstein's theory of general relativity. Simply put, the weaker gravitational pull of the Moon actually causes time to pass slightly faster there compared to Earth. Imagine this: if you were to spend a full year living on the Moon and then return to Earth, you'd find that just a tiny fraction of a second more had passed for you than for someone who stayed here. This is called time dilation, and it happens because gravity has the ability to warp not only space but also time itself. The stronger the gravity, the slower time flows, and since the Moon's gravity is much weaker than Earth's, time ticks forward just a little faster. But don't worry, the difference is way too small to notice in day-to-day life, so you won't be aging any faster during a lunar vacation. Still, this fascinating quirk of physics gives us valuable insights into how time and gravity are interconnected, offering clues about the nature of the universe itself. And while we're on the subject of time, let's uncover another intriguing detail about the Moon, its influence on the past and present of Earth's tides and tectonic rhythms. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let's explore how the Moon leaves its mark not just on the waves of our oceans, but also on the very ground beneath our feet. The Moon's gravitational pull is the primary force behind Earth's tides, creating the rhythmic rise and fall of sea levels that we see every day. But its reach extends far beyond just the water. Scientists believe that the Moon's gravitational influence has played a role in shaping Earth's tectonic activity throughout history. Imagine this: the same force that tugs at our oceans also exerts pressure on the Earth's crust, subtly influencing the movement of tectonic plates over millions of years. While the effect is relatively small compared to the immense forces driving plate tectonics, it's a reminder of just how interconnected our planet is with its celestial companion. In fact, some studies suggest that during certain phases of the lunar cycle, the added gravitational pull might even trigger small earthquakes or volcanic activity in tectonically active regions. This cosmic dance between Earth and the Moon has undoubtedly left a lasting imprint on our planet's landscapes, from the formation of mountain ranges to the shaping of valleys and coastlines. So the next time you see the tides rise and fall, remember that it's not just the water being moved, it's a glimpse into a delicate interaction that has been molding our world for billions of years. Speaking of our planet's stability, there's an incredible fact about the Moon that many people don't realize. Let's dive into how this celestial neighbor helps prevent Earth from wobbling wildly out of control. Now turning to an incredible and often overlooked role of the Moon, it's time to explore how this celestial neighbor ensures the stability of our planet. The Earth's axis is tilted at an angle of about 23.5 degrees, which is what gives us our seasons. However, without the Moon, this tilt would be far from steady. The gravitational pull of the Moon acts like a cosmic anchor, keeping Earth's axial tilt stable over long periods. Without it, the tilt could vary wildly, fluctuating between 0 and 85 degrees. To put that into perspective, such instability could mean no seasons at all or extreme and unpredictable shifts in climate. Imagine a world where the poles might suddenly face the sun, turning icy landscapes into blistering deserts, while areas near the equator could plunge into freezing darkness. This stability provided by the Moon has been crucial for the development of life on Earth, as it ensures relatively consistent and predictable seasons, allowing ecosystems to thrive. Scientists even suggest that this steady tilt has played a significant role in the evolution of complex life, giving our planet the environmental consistency needed to nurture life through millions of years. So the next time you marvel at the change of seasons, remember that it's not just Earth's orbit around the Sun at play. It's the quiet, stabilizing influence of the Moon working behind the scenes to keep our planet balanced and predictable. Speaking of fascinating movements, let's take a look at something that might surprise you about the Moon's fiery past. Moving forward, let's delve into the Moon's fiery history and uncover evidence of its volcanic past. The Moon, often perceived as a cold, lifeless gray rock, once harbored intense volcanic activity. Around 3 to 4 billion years ago, its surface was alive with molten lava that flowed across vast regions. These ancient volcanic eruptions created the large, dark plains we now refer to as Maria, which means seas in Latin. Interestingly, these Maria are the very features that form the familiar patterns we see when gazing at the Moon, like the famous Man in the Moon image. These lava plains consist of basalt, a type of dark volcanic rock, which covered significant portions of the Moon's surface after massive eruptions. What's even more fascinating is that scientists believe these eruptions were triggered by the intense heat generated during the Moon's early history, caused by radioactive elements decaying within its interior. Over time, as the Moon's core cooled, its volcanic activity gradually ceased. However, the remnants of this fiery past still tell a tale of a dynamic and much more active moon. Even today, when we look up at the moon, we are, in a sense, looking at the scars of its dramatic volcanic eruptions from billions of years ago. And speaking of the moon's features, let's explore a phenomenon that can make this celestial body appear even more astonishing to the naked eye. Now turning to an awe-inspiring phenomenon, let's uncover the magic behind the supermoon. Have you ever noticed the moon looking unusually large and bright in the sky? This captivating sight occurs during a supermoon, a celestial event when the moon comes closest to Earth in its elliptical orbit. At this point, known as perigee, the moon can appear up to 14% larger and 30% brighter than when it is at its farthest point, or apogee. This happens because the moon does not orbit Earth in a perfect circle, but rather in a slightly stretched out oval shape. When a full moon coincides with this perigee, we get the dramatic spectacle of a supermoon lighting up the night sky. The effect is so striking that it often leaves people staring in awe, marveling at its sheer brilliance and how much closer it seems. What's truly fascinating is how this event not only enhances the moon's appearance, but also intensifies its impact on Earth's tides, creating what are known as king tides. Supermoons have been celebrated throughout history in art, folklore, and photography, as they provide a perfect opportunity to connect with the wonders of our celestial neighbor in a way that feels almost personal. And as we continue to explore these phenomena, let's shift our focus to how the moon has inspired rich cultural stories and myths across the world. Moving forward, let's delve into the fascinating world of lunar myths and cultural stories that span across centuries and civilizations. The moon has long been a source of inspiration, its silvery glow sparking the imagination of people from all corners of the globe. In Chinese folklore, there's the story of the moon rabbit, a mystical creature said to live on the moon, tirelessly pounding the elixir of life with its mortar and pestle. This tale, often associated with the Mid-Autumn Festival, brings a sense of wonder and connection to the moon as more than just a celestial body, but as a symbol of longevity and unity. In Greek mythology, the moon goddess Selene was believed to gracefully glide across the night sky in a chariot, her luminescent beauty capturing the hearts of poets and dreamers. Meanwhile, in Native American traditions, various tribes have their own unique interpretations of the moon's cycles, often linking them to agricultural events and spiritual ceremonies. These myths and stories don't merely reflect humanity's curiosity about the moon. They reveal how deeply intertwined it is with our cultural and emotional lives. Even today, the moon continues to inspire art, music, and literature, serving as a universal muse that transcends time and geography. And as we marvel at its mythical allure, let's now uncover the scientific riddles hidden within its very surface. Now turning to a fascinating chapter in lunar research history, let's explore the once widely held belief that the moon had an atmosphere similar to our own. In the 19th century, before the advent of modern telescopes and space exploration, some scientists speculated that the moon might support an atmosphere capable of sustaining life. This idea was fueled by limited observational tools of the time, which often led to misinterpretations of the moon's surface and its characteristics. Early astronomers observed what they thought were signs of clouds or mist, leading to the assumption that the moon's environment was not so different from Earth's. However, as telescopic technology advanced, allowing clearer and more detailed views of the lunar surface, these theories began to fade. Observations revealed a stark, airless landscape where no signs of a breathable atmosphere could be found. The moon's inability to hold onto an atmosphere is due to its weak gravitational pull, which isn't strong enough to keep gases from escaping into space. This discovery reshaped our understanding of the moon, shifting the narrative from a potentially Earth-like world to the desolate, yet intriguing, celestial neighbor we know today. Such revelations remind us of how scientific progress continues to unravel the mysteries of the universe, one discovery at a time. And speaking of groundbreaking findings, let's now examine how the Moon interacts with asteroids in a way that Earth never could. As the next phase of our journey unfolds, let's uncover the remarkable relationship between the Moon and asteroids. Unlike Earth, which is protected by a thick atmosphere that burns up most incoming space debris, the Moon stands vulnerable in the vastness of space. Without an atmosphere to act as a shield, asteroids and meteoroids frequently collide with its surface, leaving behind craters that tell tales of cosmic history. In fact, these impacts are not just relics of the past, they continue to occur even today. NASA and other space agencies have developed advanced equipment to observe these collisions in real time, capturing flashes of light created when meteoroids strike the Moon at incredible speeds. These high-speed impacts provide scientists with valuable data, offering insights into the size, frequency, and composition of these space travelers. Some of the most significant findings have come from observing how these collisions impact the lunar surface, creating new craters while also exposing materials buried beneath. Such observations not only deepen our understanding of the Moon's geological evolution, but also give us a glimpse into the dynamic processes that continually shape celestial bodies. And while these impacts have helped shape the Moon's surface, they also prompt us to consider how its unique environment might hold clues to the mysteries of our solar system. With that thought in mind, let's shift our focus to yet another lunar enigma, the Moon's magnetic secrets and the puzzling story they tell. Now turning to the Moon's magnetic mystery, we find ourselves confronting a puzzling enigma that has baffled scientists for decades. Unlike Earth, which boasts a strong, protective magnetic field generated by its molten core, the Moon has only a weak and fragmented magnetic field. What makes this even more intriguing is the fact that some lunar rocks collected during the Apollo missions show evidence of being magnetized, suggesting that the Moon may have once had a much stronger magnetic field. This raises the question, how could a celestial body as small and geologically inactive as the Moon produce such magnetism? One prominent theory points to an ancient molten core. Scientists speculate that billions of years ago, when the Moon was still young, it may have had a partially liquid core that churned in a way similar to Earth's, generating a magnetic field. Over time, as the Moon cooled and its core solidified, this magnetic field would have weakened and eventually disappeared. Another intriguing idea suggests that massive asteroid impacts could have temporarily supercharged the Moon's magnetic field by stirring up its interior. These theories, while fascinating, remain unproven, leaving the Moon's magnetic story incomplete. What we do know is that studying the Moon's magnetic history gives us crucial clues about its past, including how it formed and evolved. And as we continue to dig deeper into the Moon's mysteries, we uncover surprising links between its ancient magnetic field and the broader story of our solar system's development. With these magnetic riddles in mind, let us venture further to explore the Moon's fiery past and its once molten state. Moving forward, let us dive into the Moon's fiery origins, where evidence points to a fascinating period when its surface was dominated by molten rock. Scientists have discovered that shortly after the Moon's dramatic formation, its outer layers were likely engulfed in what is known as a magma ocean. This molten state is believed to have been a direct result of the intense heat generated by its violent creation, possibly from the colossal impact between Earth and a planet-sized object billions of years ago. As this magma ocean slowly began to cool, heavier minerals sank to form the Moon's mantle while lighter minerals floated to create its crust. This segregation of materials played a critical role in shaping the Moon's current structure, giving us the rocky, cratered surface we know today. What is even more intriguing is how this fiery beginning left behind clues about the Moon's evolution. Lunar rocks brought back by astronauts during the Apollo missions have revealed traces of its molten past, offering a unique glimpse into the processes that occurred during the early days of our solar system. These rocks provide scientists with a kind of time capsule, preserving evidence of ancient volcanic activity and the moon's gradual transformation from a glowing, molten body to the cold, rocky orb that now illuminates our night skies. The study of this early magma ocean not only deepens our understanding of the moon, but also sheds light on how other rocky planets, including Earth, may have formed and evolved. As we piece together these fiery chapters of lunar history, one thing becomes clear. The moon's story is as much about fire as it is about time, with its molten past writing the opening chapters of a tale that continues to captivate us. Now, let us shift our focus to one of the more mysterious and controversial theories surrounding our celestial neighbor, the idea that the moon might be hollow. Now turning to one of the most mysterious and debated ideas about the moon, let us delve into the hollow moon theory. This theory suggests that the moon is not a naturally solid body but rather hollow, or even an artificial structure. Proponents of this idea point to the unusual way the moon rings like a bell when struck by meteorites, a phenomenon observed during the Apollo missions. When NASA deliberately crashed a lunar module into the moon's surface, it vibrated for hours, leading some to speculate that its interior could be hollow or contain vast empty spaces. Another argument often cited is the gravitational anomalies detected on the moon, which some believe could point to an unusual internal structure. Supporters of this theory even take it a step further, proposing that the moon might be an ancient alien base or a massive spacecraft disguised as a natural satellite. These ideas, while captivating, remain firmly in the realm of science fiction. Scientists have thoroughly studied the moon's composition through seismic data collected during the Apollo missions, and the evidence points to a dense, layered structure with a solid core, mantle, and crust, much like Earth. The vibrations observed during the Apollo experiments are attributed to the moon's rigid, dry composition, which allows seismic waves to travel further without dampening, unlike on Earth, where water and other factors absorb much of the energy. While the idea of a hollow moon captures the imagination, it is important to distinguish entertaining speculation from scientific evidence. The moon continues to be a marvel of natural processes, and its ability to spark such a wide range of theories is a testament to the enduring mystery and fascination it holds. With that said, let us now explore another enigmatic aspect of the moon that has puzzled observers for centuries: the reports of a so-called phantom moon. Moving forward, let us unravel the mystery of the so-called phantom moon, a phenomenon that has intrigued humanity for centuries. Ancient civilizations across various cultures have recorded sightings of what appeared to be a second moon in the sky, sparking myths, legends, and even fear. Some described it as faint, ghostly, and fleeting, leading to speculation about its origin. Could it have been a celestial event, an unknown astronomical body, or something entirely unexplained? Modern science suggests that these sightings were likely the result of optical illusions caused by atmospheric conditions. For example, light reflecting off dust particles, ice crystals, or even mirages in the night sky could create the appearance of a second moon. In some cases, it might have been a rare alignment of stars or planets that confused observers. Another theory points to the phenomenon known as lunar afterglow, when the moon's light scatters in a way that creates faint secondary images. While these scientific explanations demystify the reports of a phantom moon, they also highlight the human tendency to find wonder and meaning in the unknown. These stories remind us of how deeply the moon has embedded itself in human imagination, serving as a source of both inspiration and mystery. As we move ahead, let us explore an exciting and futuristic concept that could redefine our relationship with the moon, the idea of moon mining. Now turning to the fascinating concept of moon mining, let us dive into this revolutionary idea that could transform both space exploration and life on Earth. The moon is believed to hold rare elements, with helium-3 being one of the most exciting prospects. Helium-3 is an isotope that is extremely scarce on Earth but abundant on the lunar surface. What makes it so special is its potential to fuel nuclear fusion, offering a clean and virtually limitless source of energy without producing harmful radioactive waste. Just imagine a future where lunar resources power our planet sustainably, solving one of humanity's greatest challenges. However, mining the moon is no small feat. The harsh lunar environment, with its extreme temperatures, lack of atmosphere, and low gravity, poses significant technological and logistical challenges. Advanced robotics, innovative engineering, and colossal investment would be required to extract and transport these resources safely. Furthermore, the ethical and legal implications of lunar mining are hotly debated. International agreements like the Outer Space Treaty emphasize that the moon is a shared heritage of humanity, raising questions about ownership and the fair distribution of its benefits. Despite these hurdles, private companies and government agencies are already exploring the feasibility of moon mining, with tests of extraction technologies and ambitious plans for lunar missions. The prospect of harnessing the moon's hidden treasures may still be in its infancy, but it opens a new chapter in our relationship with our closest celestial neighbor. As we continue, let us delve into how the moon's orbit, although elliptical, plays a surprising role in shaping its appearance and influence. Moving forward, let us explore the fascinating idea of building moon colonies, a vision that is no longer confined to the realm of science fiction. NASA, along with several other space agencies and private companies, is actively working on plans to establish permanent bases on the moon. These colonies would serve as hubs for scientific research, resource extraction, and even as stepping stones for missions to Mars and beyond. But how would life on the moon actually look? Imagine living in structures designed to protect against the harsh conditions of the lunar surface, including deadly radiation, micrometeorite impacts, and extreme temperature swings. These habitats would likely be built underground or covered with layers of lunar regolith, the soil-like material on the moon, to provide natural shielding. Inside these habitats, residents would rely on innovative life support systems to generate oxygen, recycle water, and grow food in specialized greenhouses. Technology would play a crucial role in making this vision a reality, from autonomous robots constructing the bases to systems that extract water ice from the moon's poles and convert it into drinkable water and rocket fuel. Communication with Earth would remain vital, requiring advanced satellite networks to bridge the vast distance. Life on a lunar colony would be unlike anything we know, with 1/6 of Earth's gravity affecting everything from walking to sleeping. Residents would need to adapt to new ways of moving and working while facing isolation and limited resources. Yet, the allure of contributing to humanity's first settlement beyond Earth could inspire generations of adventurers and scientists. While the challenges are immense, the progress being made today brings us closer to turning this dream into reality. As we continue, let us take a closer look at how the moon's elliptical orbit reveals more about its dynamic relationship with Earth. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let us examine the intriguing fact that the moon's orbit around Earth isn't a perfect circle, but rather an elliptical shape, much like an elongated oval. This means that the moon's distance from Earth varies as it moves along its orbital path. At its closest point, called perigee, the moon is about 363,000 kilometers away, while at its farthest point, known as apogee, it stretches to approximately 405,000 kilometers. This variation significantly influences how the moon appears to us on Earth. When it is at perigee, the moon can look up to 14% larger and 30% brighter than when it is at apogee. This phenomenon is often referred to as a supermoon, a name that captures the awe-inspiring size and brightness of the full moon at its nearest point. Conversely, when the moon is at apogee, it appears smaller, sometimes called a micromoon. These changes in size and brightness are subtle but noticeable, offering a dynamic view of our celestial neighbor. The Moon's elliptical orbit also plays a role in its phases, as the varying distance affects how we perceive its illuminated surface. This continuous dance between Earth and Moon has fascinated humans for centuries, inspiring countless observations and interpretations. As we marvel at the complexities of this orbit, our understanding of the Moon's relationship with Earth deepens, revealing just how interconnected our worlds truly are. Moving forward, let us uncover the remarkable landscapes of the Moon, from its towering mountains to its deep valleys, and how they compare to Earth's rugged terrains. Now turning to the fascinating landscapes of the Moon, let us delve into its extraordinary topography, which features mountains, valleys, and craters unlike anything on Earth. Among these, the tallest peak, known as Mons Hygens, stands out as a remarkable example. Reaching a height of approximately 5,500 meters, it is about half the height of Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. While this might seem modest compared to Earth's towering giants, the stark, airless environment of the Moon gives Mons Hygens an otherworldly, rugged majesty. The Moon's surface is also home to vast, flat regions called maria, formed from ancient lava flows, as well as deep valleys carved by immense forces billions of years ago. These valleys, such as Valley Shruttery, can stretch for hundreds of kilometers, creating features that dwarf many terrestrial landscapes in scale. Unlike Earth, where wind, water, and tectonic activity continuously reshape the surface, the Moon's lack of atmosphere and geological activity has preserved its dramatic features for eons. This makes its mountains and valleys a time capsule, offering a direct glimpse into the Moon's ancient past. Comparing these features to Earth's dynamic, ever-changing terrains highlights the stark differences between the two worlds. The Moon's landscapes, shaped by impacts and volcanic activity, stand frozen in time, reminding us of the violent history of our solar system. As we explore these breathtaking lunar highs and lows, it becomes clear that the Moon is not just a lifeless rock, but a treasure trove of stories etched into its surface. With these awe-inspiring features in mind, let us now consider another intriguing mystery of the Moon, its hidden resources and the incredible potential they hold for humanity's future advancements. Now turning to the Moon's hidden resources, we uncover a wealth of unique minerals embedded within its surface, many of which are rare or even non-existent on Earth. Among these fascinating discoveries is helium-3, an isotope that has sparked immense interest in the scientific and technological communities. Unlike the more common forms of helium, helium-3 has properties that make it a potential game-changer in the quest for clean, sustainable energy through advanced nuclear fusion. Experts believe that the Moon's surface holds vast amounts of this element, deposited over billions of years by the solar wind. Additionally, the Moon is home to other intriguing minerals like ilmenite, a titanium-rich ore that could be used to produce oxygen and metals directly on the lunar surface, supporting future space exploration and even human settlements. There is also the tantalizing possibility of finding water molecules trapped in mineral formations, particularly in the shadowed craters near the Moon's poles. This water could be harvested and broken down into hydrogen and oxygen, providing both life support and rocket fuel for deeper space missions. What makes these resources particularly valuable is not just their scarcity on Earth, but their potential to transform industries and energy systems back home, all while furthering humanity's reach into the cosmos. The prospect of tapping into these untapped riches turns the Moon into a beacon of possibility for scientists, engineers, and innovators alike. As we look to the future, the idea of mining the Moon is no longer just a distant dream, but a real opportunity that could redefine how we think about energy, technology, and our place in the universe. Speaking of transformative ideas, let us now explore a bold and ambitious vision: how humanity might one day call the Moon home through the creation of lunar colonies. As the next phase of the journey into lunar mysteries unfolds, we encounter one of the most debated and enduring topics surrounding the Moon: the conspiracy theories that claim the Apollo moon landings were staged. Despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary, these theories continue to captivate the imagination of skeptics and intrigue the public to this day. Some skeptics argue that the United States faked the moon landings as part of a political strategy to win the space race against the Soviet Union. They point to supposed anomalies in NASA footage, such as the waving of the American flag in the absence of an atmosphere or the seeming absence of stars in the lunar sky. However, these claims fall apart under careful scientific examination. For instance, the flag's movement can be easily explained by the way it was designed, with a horizontal rod keeping it extended, and the apparent waving resulted from the astronauts twisting the pole during setup with no air to stop its motion. As for the missing stars, this can be attributed to the cameras used during the mission, which were configured to capture the brightly lit lunar surface, making the much dimmer stars invisible in the background. Furthermore, one of the most compelling arguments against the conspiracy is the sheer scale of the Apollo program. It involved hundreds of thousands of engineers, scientists, contractors, and other workers across multiple countries over many years. Keeping such an enormous operation a secret would be almost impossible. Additionally, independent tracking stations around the globe, including those operated by other nations, confirmed the Apollo mission's trajectories and the astronauts' presence on the moon. Moon rocks brought back by the missions are another irrefutable piece of evidence. These samples have been studied extensively and show unique properties consistent with their lunar origin, such as exposure to cosmic rays and a lack of water content, which would not be found in Earth rocks. So, while the allure of a grand cover-up may fuel speculation, the undeniable evidence proves that the Apollo moon landings were a monumental achievement of human ingenuity and perseverance. Now, as we transition from debunking myths to uncovering little-known truths, did you know that the moon has its own invisible feature, a remarkable phenomenon known as its sodium tail? Now turning to a little-known but truly fascinating feature of the moon, let us explore the phenomenon of its sodium tail. Yes, you heard that right, the moon has a tail, albeit an invisible one. This ethereal feature is made up of sodium atoms that are ejected from the moon's surface, mainly due to the impact of micrometeoroids and the solar wind. When these sodium atoms are released into space, the sun's radiation pressure pushes them, forming a long, comet-like tail that extends for hundreds of thousands of miles, even reaching as far as Earth. While it is invisible to the naked eye, this sodium tail can be detected using specialized instruments, particularly during a new moon phase when Earth passes through this tail. What's even more remarkable is that this tail creates a subtle phenomenon visible on Earth known as the sodium glow. Sensitive telescopes can capture this glow, offering a glimpse into this peculiar lunar attribute. Scientists first discovered the moon's sodium tail in the late 20th century, and since then, it has provided valuable insights into the interactions between the moon, the sun, and the surrounding space environment. This discovery not only broadens our understanding of lunar science, but also demonstrates how celestial bodies can exhibit behaviors that resemble the characteristics of comets. Moving forward, let us venture into yet another captivating aspect of the moon, one that turns our gaze back to Earth. Its role in one of the most awe-inspiring natural spectacles, the lunar eclipse. Now turning to the breathtaking phenomenon of lunar eclipses, let us uncover the science behind this celestial spectacle. A lunar eclipse occurs when Earth aligns perfectly between the sun and the moon, causing Earth's shadow to fall on the lunar surface. There are three types of lunar eclipses: total, partial, and penumbral, each offering unique views depending on the alignment. During a total lunar eclipse, the entire moon passes through Earth's umbra, which is the darkest part of its shadow. This event often bathes the moon in a stunning red hue, giving rise to the term blood moon. The red color occurs because sunlight passes through Earth's atmosphere, scattering shorter wavelengths like blue and green while allowing the longer red wavelengths to reach the moon. Think of it as the same process that creates vibrant sunsets here on Earth. Partial eclipses happen when only a portion of the moon enters Earth's umbra, creating a sharp contrast between the shadowed and illuminated regions. Penumbral eclipses, on the other hand, are more subtle as the moon travels through the outer, lighter part of Earth's shadow called the penumbra, often appearing as a gentle shading across the lunar surface. What makes lunar eclipses even more fascinating is their predictability. Scientists can precisely calculate when and where they will occur, thanks to centuries of astronomical observations and advancements in technology. These occurrences not only captivate skywatchers around the globe, but also remind us of the intricate dance between celestial bodies in our solar system. As we unveil these mysteries, the moon continues to inspire awe and curiosity, proving that its story is far from complete. As the next phase of our journey unfolds, let us delve into the mystical interpretations of lunar eclipses that have captivated humanity throughout history. Across cultures and centuries, these celestial events have often been seen as more than just astronomical phenomena. They have carried deep symbolic and spiritual significance. Ancient civilizations, observing the moon's sudden transformation in the night sky, frequently attributed these events to divine intervention. For example, in many cultures, a blood moon was thought to be a warning of impending doom or a sign of the god's displeasure. In ancient Mesopotamia, lunar eclipses were viewed as omens specifically tied to the fate of kings, prompting rulers to take drastic measures like appointing temporary substitutes to absorb any ill fortune. Meanwhile, in Chinese folklore, eclipses were often explained as a celestial dragon attempting to devour the moon, leading to rituals where people would bang drums and pots to scare the beast away. In Hindu mythology, the event was associated with the demon Rahu swallowing the moon, reflecting an eternal cosmic battle. Even in more recent history, lunar eclipses have fueled superstitions, with some believing they could influence personal behavior or even alter the course of events on Earth. While these interpretations have waned in the light of scientific understanding, their legacy remains, reminding us of how profound and mysterious these events appeared to our ancestors. Today, while we celebrate the beauty and predictability of lunar eclipses, it is fascinating to reflect on how they once bridged the realms of science and spirituality, continuing to spark curiosity and wonder in all who gaze upon the moon. As we bring this cosmic exploration to a close, we've uncovered 33 captivating and mysterious facts about the moon that illuminate its unique role in shaping our world and our imaginations. From its formation in a fiery collision billions of years ago to the ethereal beauty of lunar eclipses, the moon has been a steadfast companion and an endless source of curiosity. We've seen how it stabilizes Earth's seasons, influences tides, and even holds the potential to support future space exploration with its hidden resources like water ice and rare minerals. Culturally, the moon has been a canvas for myths, art, and storytelling, inspiring legends across civilizations and symbolizing both the divine and the mysterious. Scientifically, its complex history of volcanic activity, moonquakes, and its weak magnetic field continue to puzzle and excite researchers. And who could forget the ambitious vision of lunar colonies and mining projects that hint at its importance in futuristic technologies? The moon is not just a celestial body, it is a bridge linking humanity's past to its future, a beacon of mystery, and a testament to how much we have yet to learn. What was your favorite moon fact from this video? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this journey through lunar wonders, don't forget to like the video, share it with fellow space enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more explorations of cosmic mysteries. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Until next time, keep looking to the skies and wondering what secrets the universe still holds.